it's not Eric Garcia who's moved into midfield, it's Casado who's stepped into central midfield. Eric Garcia stepped across to right back, which again I think just shows how adaptable he has been over the last couple of seasons. Was pretty much out of the picture under Xavi Hernandez. He even had a loan deal spell with Girona. Oof. As Bardi gets robbed, and very quickly Barcelona winning the ball back, and here is Casado. So Eric Garcia loaned to Girona the season they qualified for the Champions League. Oof. And under Flick, he really got his chance. And he's taken it. So he's played left back, he's played right back, central defence, and central midfield. It's quite a scary subs bench, maybe if you're a Guadalajara player. Balde, Ferran Torres, Pedri, Rafinha and Robert Lewandowski all there. Good challenge from Christensen. So just looking at actually, Robert Lewandowski has travelled, but he's not on the bench. Christensen. Lamine Yamal. Barca attacking the stand with the temporary stand. It was erected. Hang on a second, as that may or may not doesn't reach Rashford. Temporary stand to increase the capacity here in the Pedro Escartin from 6,000 to 8,000. Once again, the referee plays on. And it was the delay in getting the safety certificate for that, which means we kicked off half an hour late here. 9:30 kickoff rather than the scheduled 9 p.m. I mean, Yamal gets past Moreno. Once again, look, 3 players chasing him around. Play on, says the referee. There's Ronny Vardy. Puts it across to Christensen. Once again, Lamine. Martinez. Moreno goes across to Kovacs. Clipped in by Eric. And the far post, and again Dani Vicente produces an outstanding save to keep it 0-0. Guadalajara got the chance to launch a counter-attack. Borja Diaz. Kubasi gets across, but leaves that short, and that needs to be headed out for a Guadalajara corner. End-to-end stuff here. Good work from Joffre, getting across the cover in the middle. Let's have a look at that save from Rashford. Great save from Dani Vicente. So substitute in the league, showing there is a pretty good cover here in the Copa. The referee whistles, and it's a foul in attack. It's Eric Garcia who's down. Pressure Ter Stegen. All of a sudden just step forward the line of pressure, Guadalajara. may or may not work in their favour as Frenkie de Jong comes away with the ball. The referee is showing a yellow card. He might have been able to let that one go, actually. Finally had picked out Rashford in a bit of space. Yellow card is for number 22, Samuel Mayo. Dancing a bit of a waltz there with Frenkie. So the referee might have been able to just give the advantage and book him later on, though, as Lamine, here he is, had a bit of space. As it is, it's back with Eric. That's got a bit too much on it. Out that one goes for a goal kick. So just to let you know, in their season in the RFEF Division 1, they have played 16, won 4, drawn 5 and lost 7, Guadalajara. Scored 16 goals, conceded 24. So they won promotion from the 4th tier last season. Is Casado. Lamine. Rooney. And again with Anders Christensen. Nearly 10 minutes gone in the second half. Still 0-0, but Dani Vicente making 2 excellent saves to deny Marcus Rashford. There's Lamine. In the end, turned himself into a blind alley. To be fair, there's quite a lot of those with the packed Guadalajara defence. And once again, they look to bring the ball out. The battling at number 9, Alexandro Cañizo. Once again, working very hard. This time losing out, it's with De Jong. Got a few substitutes warming up Guadalajara, among them Salifo, who is their top scorer this season. On loan from Tenerife. Frenkie. Bardi. De Jong advances forward, but once again, defensive body there to make a block. And a corner for Barcelona. It's hung in the air. Oof. Well, if you can't use your hands, use your chest. Dani Vicente gratefully claims that one. He's mixed a couple of brilliant saves with a couple of nervous moments. Got away with them all, though, so far. Eric Garcia plays that one in quickly to Fermin. Doesn't get past that man, Javier Alblanque. Pace being played at a furious pace this match. As Barca seek an opening goal. Once again, Rooney Bardi. 1, 2, 3 players in front of him. Back it goes to Casado. Pau, Cubarsí, and wide to Jofre Torrens. They're going to make a triple substitution by the looks of it very soon, Guadalajara. As another chance for Barcelona goes begging. Right, let's see who's coming on for the home side. It's going to be number 5, Dani Ruiz, when I think it'll be next time the ball goes out. substitution very soon. Ter Stegen spreads it out wide. Here's Lamine Yamal. Casado, again keeping a good shape, Guadalajara. Lamine curls that one in. Again, it's cleared. Still Barcelona, the three Guadalajara substitutes standing down in front of me. Once again, it's a defensive foot that gets the contact. And corner for Barcelona. I think they'll make the substitution with a corner to defend. Or they might have to, as Cañizo who's down. He has put in a massive shift in this opening hour here of this third round of the Copa del Rey. As we just reached the hour now, Barca have a corner. Played short. De Jong. Oof. Didn't look as if there was much in that from Frenkie de Jong. In fact, I think he probably didn't hit it mean to do that, but in the end, Dani Vicente has to tip it out for another corner. Good effort there from Moreno. In the end, he commits the free kick. And Guadalajara can finally make their substitutions. It's going to be Dani Gallardo, Antonio Calvo and Salifo Mendes to come on. And they are replacing Manu Ramirez, number 21. Borja Diaz. Agustin Moreno. Meanwhile, Barcelona also making a change. It's going to be Alejandro Balde coming on. I suspect that'll be for Joffre. It is indeed. So Joffre Torrens makes way. Alejandro Balde comes on for Barcelona. And Barcelona get back underway with the free kick. Eric Garcia. Depor sin the Guadalajara fans. It's a Club Deportivo Guadalajara. With a 78-year history, of which only 2 have been spent above the 3rd tier. Casado. Again to Eric Garcia, but they're keeping their shape tremendously well. Get the feeling as well that Pere Martí just making making his changes to keep that physical level high. Rattled the roof above us. Balde getting into the game. So Barca going to make another couple of substitutions soon. The space here is for Lamine. It's into the area, turns one way, maybe overruns it. Still Lamine Yamal gets it back from Eric Garcia. Once again, doesn't get it past the first defender. And Pau Cubarsí does well, but it is a throw-in for Guadalajara. That's a nice little gesture, you won't have seen it, but just in front of me, Joffre has made his way round the pitch. Just going to go into the dugout, but before he did that, he went up behind Hansi Flick and gave him a handshake, almost as to say, well, thanks for the opportunity, boss. I thought he played quite well, Joffre. So nearly 20 minutes gone, still no score. Although I say, Dani Vicente making two brilliant saves to frustrate Marcus Rashford. There might be time to think about replacing De Jong with Pedri, just to add that little bit more creativity in the last third for Barca, or the last quarter for where they've been playing most of the game, let's be honest. Cubarsí. And again. Garcia prods it out wide to Lamine. Bardi, that's a good effort. Well caught though by Dani Vicente. Well, there is Pedri. Warming up to the left-hand side of the pitch as you see it. Nicely worked out wide, but the offside flag is up there against Salifa. Good first-time ball from Antonio Calvo, player on loan from Tenerife. He's got 4 goals for Guadalajara this season. And again, Lamine. Little ball there, it's Christensen who's advanced, but loses out, and that's another corner for Barca, starting to add up the number of corners, aren't they? There you see that ball, lovely first time pass, it has to be said, but Salifa was offside when the ball was played. Rashford should collect that. Ooh, that's a heavy touch. Good chance there. Took it past his man. He did, but he also took it past the byline. Another goal kick. Que bote el Escartín, jump up and down the Escartina. Hope the people in the temporary stand don't do that. So given it's only just got its safety certificate. kick, a little bit ambitious. Out that one goes for another goal kick. 68, 69 minutes gone. De Jong wins that, but it's knocked forward by Rojo. Cubarsí, and under pressure there from Salifa. Hooked away, and again Christensen been very solid, hasn't he, tonight? Fermin losing out. Again Rojo, the number 6 for Guadalajara. Probably been one of their most creative players. There's a chance on the overlap now. It's drilled in, and oh, that was so close. Great work on the overlap from Julio Martinez. Caused a few problems for Eric. And in the end, it's Christensen who slides in to make a vital challenge. Oof. Canito must have thought it was an early Christmas present. But Andreas Christensen spoils his party. Barcelona going to make a couple more substitutions, by the way. It's going to be Pedri and I think Rafinha coming on. It's Raúl Tavares, who Guadalajara want a corner for that, another corner for that, another yellow card. And it's Blanco. They might have a case, it looked as if it went off the defender's shoulder. Okay. Substitution as their Pere Martí looks on. It's Samu Mayo, who's another player who's put in a heck of a shift. He is replaced by Raúl Tavares. Little fact, Raúl Tavares was at the Barcelona lower division club as a youngster with Barca defender Gerard Martín. I wonder if there'll be a handshake between them afterwards. Okay. Pedri ready to come on, as is. It's going to be Jules Koundé coming on. He's got 2 big goals for Barca last week in the Champions League against Eintracht Frankfurt. Really important goals as well. That's given away, and here come Guadalajara again. Dani Gallardo surging forward, just finding a few little options themselves then, aren't they, the home side? So it might not be bad news for Barca if it opens up a bit more, but Ojo with the 73rd minute, that's not a lot of time to come back. Wanting to sound patronising, whatever happens here, I think Guadalajara can be tremendously proud of their efforts. But can they make being proud of your efforts into something really special? De Jong. Again, Lamine. It's not made the difference yet. Marc Casado coming off. For Koundé. And Pedri replaces Rooney Bardi. Shown the odd thing, but maybe not quite consistent enough. So we're thinking about Eric Garcia. Started off in central defence, moved across to right back. Looks like he's moving now into central midfield. So it just shows how adaptable a player he is, and good reason to explain that new contract until 2031. Dani Vicente once again punches away. It's with Lamine, cuts inside. This is where he's dangerous. Deflected over once again. Right on top of him. Full commitment in every defensive action from Guadalajara. It's one of the few times, isn't it, that Lamine Yamal's had a bit of time on the ball, a bit of space. But just gets this. But once again, there's 3 players there to close him down. Well, are we going to see a Koundé header as we did last week when we actually saw 2 of them? It's flicked on by Pedri. And again, curled in, space at the far post, and there, Barcelona finally opened the scoring, and it's Andreas Christensen who has put the ball into the Guadalajara net. Relief for Barcelona. But the Guadalajara fans respond by cheering even louder. Frustration for Dani Vicente. Does it take a little deflection on the way through? Nice ball to De Jong, sees a space at the far post, and not sure. It does indeed, it just takes a deflection off the number 18 of Julio Martinez. It's really unlucky for the full-back. Nothing that Vicente could do about that. No idea if that would have gone in without the deflection. Koundé gets caught in possession, but Kubasi recovers. Obviously the danger now for Guadalajara is if they do push forward. Looks like offside to me. Yeah, indeed it is. They are likely to be punished a bit on the break. 77th minute goal for Andreas Christensen. So at the moment, Football Club Barcelona will be joining Deportivo La Coruña and Elche in the 4th round, and Real Sociedad and Valencia. Real Sociedad just sneaking it against Eldense. That's a good ball. Canizo. Brought down by Salifa. What can the big striker do? My word, he unleashed that one, didn't he? Ter Stegen called into action as Guadalajara threatened an equaliser. Brilliant strike from Salifa Mendes. as if he's just onside. Control worked out fine. Space. Thumps that one, and Ter Stegen, I think we can say he has fully recovered from his back operation. So a warning to Barcelona. They may be able to catch Guadalajara on the break, but to be fair, they were nearly caught on the break that time. Lamine Yamal pretty clearly obstructed. If Hansi Flick gets out of his dugout to complain, then you know it's probably the wrong decision from the referee. Done a good job defending against Lamine Yamal, though, the Guadalajara defence. And all of a sudden, they're finding more space themselves. It's Cubarsí in the right place to put the ball out of play. Get another look at that save from Ter Stegen. Curls and dips. Still a chance, though, for Guadalajara. Pump that one in. And again, Ter Stegen called into action. And it is that man, Alejandro Cañizo, who got his head on it. He's going to sleep well tonight, as long as his muscles don't ache too much. Vicentes with Lamine Yamal. Gets caught from behind, perhaps. No penalty, says Cesar Soto Gradon. This is really very open, isn't it? I'm not sure if I was Hansi Flick, I'd be that happy at seeing this match as open as this all of a sudden. Surely what he'd be wanting his team to do is to keep possession, to keep passing, and to work some spaces, but it's Guadalajara who have reacted really well. Again, it's Koundé who goes off his back to Ter Stegen, and you'll have to say, well defended. So again, no free kick. Barcelona being stretched a little bit in defence in these last few minutes. Here's Balde. One for Rashford to run onto. Marcus Rashford, can he seal it? It's a bit of contact and he's gone down, but once again, Soto Grado says play on. Meanwhile, back with Lamine Yamal. That's not a great ball, that's out for a goal kick. Guadalajara going to make their last substitution. It'll be number 7, Alejandro Domingo, better known as Neskis, as in Neskins. He replaces Miguel Garcia. Neskis on one last throw of the dice for the home side. Have they got an equaliser in them to take this to extra time? That should be comfy for Marc-André Ter Stegen. Koundé. Gerard Martin looks as if he's going to come on for Barcelona soon. Pedri. Koundé and Pau Cubarsí. hug there between Gerard Martin and Hansi Flick. You might have seen that. It's one of the success, thanks to the big things that Flick does, isn't it? He just seems to have a really good relationship with his players, and that really gets a good response, especially from the youngsters like Martin. And this season, after impressing last year at left back, is really impressing in central defence. Little space for Fermin. It's with Koundé. The offside flag is up against Jules Koundé. I'll give the chance for Martin to get into the action as he replaces the goal scorer Andres Christensen. Performance from the day, and I think showing that he's fit, available, and can play a role in what is going to be a remarkably busy start to the year for Barcelona. They got the Super Cup in Saudi Arabia. They'll have the next round, if it continues like this, of the Copa del Rey, La Liga, EA Sports, of course, and two vital Champions League games, which they might need to win both of them if they want to avoid an extra qualifying round. Meanwhile, Rashford hits the accelerator and is penalised for a foul in attack. So that won't count from Fermin. Little chuckle from the referee. Yes, it's not the most subtle of pushes there from Marcus. Been denied space tonight. So the pitch is a little bit heavy perhaps, but it's weathered, considering how much it's rained here over the last couple of days. It's in really good nick. There's Niskis. 3.5 minutes of normal time. That needs to be cut out because he has got Salifo behind him. A little bit of space. It's again Koundé making up yards on this near side. Here is Jules Koundé. So by the way, the draw for the next round of the Cup, we're not sure yet because unfortunately there'll be one game that's not played this week. It'll have to be played on the 6th of January between Rayo Vallecano and Granada, in Granada, because Rayo have a Conference League game today, which means the draw can't be made until the 7th of January, which isn't ideal. Here's De Jong, a little back flick, and wide it goes for a corner. Basically because Granada are second division in the Liga Hypermotion, and if they win, they would be assured a home draw in the next round. That's great defending, actually. It's Dani Gallardo who got that vital touch in as Pedri looked to double Barca's lead. Fermin even looked at double Barca's lead. Marcus Rashford with the corner. Free header at the near post there for Fermin Lopez, but couldn't direct it on target. So still a little bit more defensive work to do for Hansi Flick's side. Put a little bit of pause into the play. It's a little bit of a soft foul, isn't it? But it'll do for Barcelona as we approach the last minute of normal time. much added time there will be as it comes out to Lamine. Koundé on the overlap, but this time it's Rashford. Can he make it two? Marcus Rashford doubles Barcelona's lead. Lovely ball from Lamine Yamal. Skips past Dani Vicente, and Barcelona have a second goal, which means that injury time will be a little bit more relaxed than it might have otherwise been. There's only 3 minutes of added time. Frustration for that man, Pere Martí, in the, obviously suspended today, but in the cabin. Nice little shimmy there from Rashford, drops his shoulder. Great pass from Lamine. Just enough of the ball there to tempt the keeper to come as well, wasn't there? I think he might be able to get there. Fortunately for him, and unfortunately for Guadalajara, Dani Vicente couldn't get on the end of that, couldn't get onto that one. Rashford does, and he doubles Barcelona's lead. Barcelona will be joining Real Sociedad, Valencia, Deportivo La Coruña, and somebody else whose name escapes me. I'm very sorry. More games to be played tomorrow and 3 on Thursday. Tomorrow's games include Talavera, Real Madrid, and Atletico Baleares against Atletico Madrid. Sorry, Elche are the other team in the next round of the Cup. They won 1-0 away to Eibar. Cubarsí. Well, credit to the Guadalajara fans. They've come along to see their team try and cause a major upset, and they were in this game until the 77th minute, which is when Andrés Christensen headed Barcelona ahead. Good cross from Frenkie de Jong. Here's Koundé. Offside flag is up against the Frenchman. To be fair, after Barcelona took the lead, it's probably when Guadalajara obviously forced forward, but they attacked effectively. They were very close to an equalising goal through Salifo. Great save needed from Marc-André ter Stegen. But in the end, that moment of class from Lamine Yamal, who's not had the easiest of nights here. Was enough. Koundé. Still really impressed by how hard, how they've kept up the pace, Guadalajara, all game. But that is the final whistle. Credit to Guadalajara from the third tier, from the RFEF Division 1. They have backed